Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Castlevania Circle of the Moon with me, the Doctor. In the last episode, we came up here to the horrible incident that is the observation tower. It's got awesome music, as you currently can't hear because I've got the pause menu up, but, yes, it's got horrible enemies but awesome music. And here's a new enemy here. These are really weird ones. These are the Dullahans. So these are kind of headless horsemen riding half a horse. Yes, I know it's very strange. As you can see, there's a slightly interesting way of fighting them. It involves whip projectiles. This is one of the very few times I use the Diana card, but against Dullahans, it is actually very handy because they are unusual in that they don't actually attack you as such. They just run around in circles. Well, not in whatever the 2D equivalent of a circle is, which is, well, apparently a line. That doesn't make any sense, really, but yeah, they just run backwards and forwards, and actually getting an opportunity to whip them is not easy. So the Golem whip combo with projectiles with Diana is quite... Ooh! Holy platinum armor, Batman! That is amazing. Wow. That gives us a considerable boost to defense. That's very handy. Since we're here, I'm going to talk about the Star Bracelet, because I meant to do this for a while since we got it and I never did. The Star Bracelet does different things depending what hand it's on. Observe. If we unequip everything... Star Bracelets. If we put it on the right arm, increases your strength and intelligence. If you put it on the left arm, it increases your defense and your luck, which is quite cool. I'm actually going to put it on the left arm because I think defense is more handy to have than attack right now. And I'm going to put a gauntlet, which raises my strength, on my right arm. So I'm quite balanced there at the moment. I believe there are more Dullahans in this room. And of course the earthquake does not go down things like that, so let's just kill these guys. Do these keep shooting if I... No, they don't. I was trying to see if they kept shooting if I spin my whip, which would be cool as shit, but... Yeah, a lot of the whip projectiles are useful here, but I think the Golem one especially so for just mincing through them. Makes a very annoying noise, but hey, you put up with it. Right. Now, we can... No, don't go that way. As you can see, they throw you a lot of enemies here. This is really, in a sense, the final dungeon of the game. In a very literal sense, as in it is the final part of the castle, so... When I say in a sense, I mean in the only sense that really counts, that is the objective truth. So it does what a good final level of a Nintendo game should do, which is test everything you've learned so far. Therefore, they throw you a lot of enemies here, some of which you've seen before, like the Heat Shade, and some of which you haven't. And it's quite interesting to kind of really keep yourself tested on that. And then they also throw you a lot of horrible new enemies, such as this fuckery. This is the Alraune. Alraune, that's a weird name. But it is, in a sense, in a very real sense, a naked woman inside a plant pot. As you can notice, well, not inside a plant pot, just inside an actual plant. As you can see, she takes very little damage unless you're quite up close to her. Getting up close to her is pretty much random because it depends on where her vines form. You've got a brief second as the vines are forming to position yourself where they're not going to be. If you're closer to her, you'll do more damage to her. But you can't really control how close you are to her, so it kind of sucks in that way. There we go, just about got into her there. Got into her. Ooh, that's not what I meant to say at all. Ugh. And oh my god, another one here. This is a Demon Lord. Beast Demons shoot 1 arc. Archdemons shoot 2. Beast Demons, as you see, 1, 2, and 3. Down again. They fight otherwise exactly the same, they're just a bit harder to dodge because there's more going on. Unsurprisingly, they also have more attack power and more health. And there's another Alraune here, not a bloody stopwatch. Don't want the stopwatch, but I don't want to lose my cross. Oh, I'm just going to have to wait for that stopwatch to disappear manually, aren't I? Well. Hey, that kind of did something. It looked cool as well. That can actually be surprisingly helpful here. The Apollo and Manticore for, well, not even, just Apollo combinations generally can be useful here for guaranteeing a hit on her when she's in a slightly tricky position to hit, because when you're only doing like 10 damage per whip shot, just chuck a fucking explosive up there. That's the thing, you have to kind of jump and make sure you hit her body. If you just hit the bush itself, then it doesn't really do optimum damage. There's another Beast Demon there. No, not Archdemon, Beast Demon, Archdemon, Demon Lord. That's the order. I can just never get it fixed for some reason. Oh, there we go. Hop over that, jump over that, hop over that. The ideal way to fight them is to just stand far away from them and jump over everything. And that is an MP max upgrade. Before getting it, I'm going to use all my magic to heal, because I'm about to get all my magic back anyway. But yeah, Magic is a big thing in the observation tower. I've forgotten to use it particularly well so far. You should rarely be at full magic here. You should always be using some kind of combination because DSS is your only real advantage here. So use it as well as you can. So wow, that was an impressive moment. With us fully healed, let's grab the magic point upgrade and continue along our way. And talk about the music, because the observation tower has music which I think is really good. I think it's really good final dungeon music, like end of game stuff. But anyone who's a fan of the Castlevania series will hopefully recognize it because it's in every single Castlevania game, I believe. This is a really cool room as well, this theater thing. Yes, it's called Vampire Killer and is essentially the kind of the closest thing Castlevania has to a theme tune, and that kind of part of it dun, 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 is the kind of in every Castlevania game somewhere. They put it right at the end here, and I think this is a really good rendition of it. Anyway, new enemy up here. Dark Armor. They're fairly simple to fight, he says, getting hit right in the mouth. If they point their sword up, do nothing. If they point the sword down, jump over it. If they point the sword forwards, duck underneath it. Other than that, just keep hitting them normally. So basically, if you just hit them from crouch... Ooh! Platinum Armor again. It's been a good episode for Platinum Armor, really. But yeah, basically, unless they're pointing their sword down, just stay crouched and hit them, and then just jump if they happen to point their sword down. But other than that, there you go. Oh, that fuckers did it again, and I slid straight into it like a clown. Don't forget that the slide attack exists as well. It's absolutely a thing you can do. Crosses are helpful. I also have the Apollo Thunderbird combination on, which is super handy for taking out armors. There's a lot of them in here, and they're super rapid fire, and that Devil Tower's gonna fuck me if I'm no. Fuck it, fucking no! Oh, I'm gonna die of the horrible way. Oh my goodness gracious me! How am I going to survive this? I'm gonna heal. Right, that should do. Let's not let that happen again. Devil Towers can really... Not Devil Towers, Evil Pillars can really screw you over because being stoned is a terrible experience. I'm a very funny person. Right. Let's see, if I'm fighting this guy on my own, it should be absolutely fine. I bet you, like, I will not take any damage fighting him. Really? Should not have said that. That's just me guaranteed to... Oh, look at that. Oh, fuck. Well, I tried. I did pretty well, though. It's just... Ooh, the toy ring. Fun fact about the toy ring. Does absolutely naff all. It's a completely, wholly useless thing. Am I in the right place? No, I'm actually one higher than I wanted to be. I need to drop down here. Yeah, the toy ring does nothing. Which is very silly in this game. Oh, there's another Catoblepas. That's a very strange name. Calling it Catoblepas, Catoblipas, they all sound silly and wrong. But much like a Gorgon, you can lodge a heart, not lodge a heart inside it, lodge a crucifix inside it quite easily. And this room's just full of stuff that wants to fuck you. Basically, yeah, Catoblepas will stone you, and Legion will curse you. So basically, they're both just designed to incapacitate you. Which means that neither is massively a threat on their own, because generally enemies in Castlevania tend to be of one class, either of the incapacitating class or the fucking class. Usually enemies of the incapacitating class are designed to incapacitate you, so a fucker can fuck you. I used a lot of duplicate words there, and it got confusing even for me. But, that's it done, and we got a Hearts Max. Now, let's head... Well, actually... No, I've got one more place to head before we head where we want to head. Duplicate words again, Doctor. Man, I'm losing my shit at this. Right, let's hop over this guy, kill that thing. Can't be asked to fight all these Dark Armors because they're scary. Instead, we're gonna... not head through there, apparently. I'm not where I thought I was. Excellent. Well, I am where I thought I was, but where I thought I was wasn't where I thought I needed to be. I'm really a master at this particular episode. In general, I'm quite good at it, but this episode I'm doing particularly well at saying things without saying anything at all. Words not carrying a great deal of information. Secret room here, which contains a Dark Armor and a HP max upgrade. Let's kill this fucker. And grab a heart, grab a HP max upgrade. Everyone's well and good. Now, you'll notice there's just a lot of changing of direction in the old observation tower, because there's a lot of the actual route through it, if you literally just wanted to get to the top of the observation tower, is actually extremely straightforward. But there's also a lot of things you can gather here that are all at the end of quite long side rooms, so there tends to be a lot of twisting around. Now, there's an interesting enemy through here. I'm going to equip Uranus and Manticore, no, Cockatrice. This is the hardest enemy in the game that isn't a boss. He's essentially a mini-boss. This is the Devil! He teleports around. He does this fiery attack. He's got quite high defense, as you can see. Okay, that's his second attack, is this kind of tornado-y thing. And basically, as you can see from this visualizer, he's got like 1,000 hit points. But he gives a lot of experience when you kill him, so it's kind of almost worth it. Easiest way to kill him is with summons. Cockatrice is the most effective one against him here, because Cockatrice hits in a straight line, and he's always in a straight line from you. Thunderbird won't hit him as much as Cockatrice will do, and will hit for as much damage. We killed him relatively straightforwardly. Him and Lilith, who we saw last episode, those two are the best enemies in the game to kill if you want to, if you just need experience. For kind of grinding purposes, they are definitely the best. If we come here, there's one more hidden room, which contains a lot of devil pillars and a lot evil pillars. Why can I not get that? And a lot of dark armors. But if we head to the top, there is something interesting here. This is probably one of the largest rooms that only contains like a kind of upgradey thing. Because there's a Hearts Max upgrade at the end. But fuck this. Sorry, I got scared and ooh, level up. Cool, with a giant chicken on the screen. Yeah, I got scared and activated the button combination. It's the nice thing about holding onto a summon or something like that, because... Or summon like that. Oh, I'm extremely funny. Yeah, it's a good thing about having a summon equipped is that if you get scared, you will have a tendency to use it, and it makes you invincible, which is handy. This room is very good for regenerating hearts, so I'm going to do that here. If we put on Jupiter and Venus and Mandragora, no, my god, I cannot speak. Venus and Manticore. Kill that evil pillar there, kill all three of those fuckers in one, grab that heart, then hop up here, grab this heart, and you've got 20 hearts. Repeat until you are on full hearts. Right, with that done, below us is the only equivalent of a save point. There is a warp room, which if you take it twice, will take you back somewhere safe. It will take you to the audience room. Kind of taking it twice will bring you out here. And here you are relatively close. All that lies between you and a save point here is enemies that will only do 1 damage to you. Like I can run through all these fuckers, I really don't give a shit. And then if you come down to the right here, you will have a save point. This is the functionally second save point in the observation tower. So, with this all saved, we've pretty much got everything we can in the observation tower, so let's head right up to the top. So, if you want the experience, you can kill the devil again for good measure. I can't remember how much it gives you, but I think it's in the order of like 20,000. And to say that all that stands between you and a shit ton of experience is potentially a small amount of damage and, at least for me, 2 summons of Cockatrice, like a third of my magic power, and you're that close to a functional save point, extremely handy. There's also, yeah, there's a fair few sub-weapons in this room as well. And if you haven't got the cross at this point, somehow, there is a room that yields the cross. That's the kind of the one we just went through that's to the right here. The kind of hidden room that has the health points upgrade in it that we kind of got. That also has a cross in it, in the candle in it. Because I'm subtly hinting that you may want it for the upcoming fights. If we just kill this final dark armor, shouldn't really be jumping over those, I should just crouch and hit him. Oop. There we go, we got him. No, we haven't got him. That was a lie. Oh, you did just get him seconds before he shot. Anyway, look at this. They're giving us hearts. They've got a spooky blue door. Let's heal up just to make sure. Right, I think that'll do. I'm going to equip once more Uranus and Cockatrice. And let's head through. Now, who haven't we seen in a while? Nathan, so you've finally arrived. Hugh? You're okay. I thought that they... Hugh, what are you doing? I am superior to you. I will defeat you to prove myself to Father. You're being controlled by Camilla? No, by Dracula. Indeed, we have to now fight Hugh. He fights very much like us. He's capable of... Well, annoyingly, while we're capable of only using 1 sub-weapon at a time, he's capable of using all of them. So he's thrown some holy water, he threw a dagger there. He's, however, not capable of summoning a giant chicken, which is an extremely powerful attack against him. So I'm going to start with a couple of those. Well, I know you know it, just the one, and I'll fight him normally here, because if we switch to a very unusual combo, let's switch to Jupiter and Golem. If we get hit, the invincibility time is now quadruple. This is handy, because you do get hit a lot in this fight. Like, unless you're quite mobile, he will just damage you a lot, but it's handy to just have that extra invincibility time here to give you a bit more of a grace window to attack him. He's got a fair bit of health and defense, but he's, not too difficult there. You just have to be quite on your toes. It's compared to almost every other boss fight in the game, he's a very mobile boss, like you both are. Like, you have to just do a lot of dodging. But that, I think, makes him quite fun. The easiest way to defeat him, much like with Camilla, is summons. If you use Thunderbird works. Oh, here we go. Oh, this isn't even his final form. Yeah, he goes Super Saiyan, quite literally. There we go. I don't know entirely what that's supposed to mean. The game's instruction manual refers to it as DSS mode, but that doesn't really mean anything. Now, each one of these little spirity swords that hits you will deal damage to you and give it back to you, which is mildly irritating, but not the end of the world. As you can see, we're doing fairly well because I've kind of buffed myself towards defense a little bit with that platinum arm we got at the beginning of the episode. It looks super handy. And also with the kind of switching around of stuff for a real defense-oriented thing, because I think that's kind of what I need. Oh, that's a new one where he stabs into the ground and does that fiery attack. But as you can see, it's a weird one, because we haven't used Venus... Oh, he's done 2 shots with that now. Oh, he's throwing axes as well. He's got every sub-weapon at once. Prick. Yeah, we haven't really used that Jupiter, Venus, and Golem much. But it's actually really handy here to have that extra invincibility, and it's strange just because... That's why I like this boss fight, because it's not really like any other boss fight in Castlevania. Oh, now he throws across forwards and backwards as well. What a prick. Come on, I've got to nearly have him here. I'm actually running kind of low on health. Oh, Spirit Sword. Come on, man. Am I going to have to loose another bloody cockatrice at you? I could do it right, that's the thing. I could do it very easily and defeat him. I kind of feel like I want to fight him naturally, but I'm aware that I have got all that magic that I'm not using, so... As you can see, he runs up to you and then stabs, so you can use that time when he's running up to you to basically move away. And unless he charges some kind of attack, he tends to do 2 normal attacks, like that. Then he'll do it again, get a hit on him, then he'll do something weird. This one, like throw a sub-weapon. There's 1 attack, there's 2, and now he's going to do something. There we go! I feel good for actually having defeated him normally there, you know? Stop, Hugh! I don't want to hurt you, Hugh! You said Hugh too many times there, Nathan. Nathan? Moan! I don't know how to read that. I'm not making a moaning noise. Oh, fuck it. Oh, that was too much. No, that was way the fuck too much. Oh, I'm sorry about that, viewer. You didn't deserve that. I'm alright now. You are yourself again. Nathan, I am sorry. I was envious of you. What? When Father named you the successor, I was afraid that I was worthless. I needed the recognition. Enough. That probably was the dark weakness that Father saw in my soul, why he chose you. Stop it, Hugh. It's all right. Even I realized that Father was right in his decision. Don't make me embarrass myself further. Allow me self-pity for now. Help Father now. I'm entrusting his return to you. I accept. And through here we get the last key. The key to open the door to the right, to where the right will take place. There is no final dungeon. Remember that room from the beginning of the game where we drop down into the catacombs? We can now just open that door and fight Dracula. That is it. That is the end of the game. Buzzing will be through there. So that's what I meant when I said that this place is kind of a final dungeon, because it is. There isn't another part of the castle now, as you can see. We've unlocked the goddamn majority of the castle, especially if I fly up here. Then we unlock those final few areas of it, which are very good when it comes to the combinations that require a percentage of the map uncovered, because we've now uncovered 92.7% of the map. We've got 92.7% of the shit, which is very good. Worth noting, these little platforms on here, Hugh can't get you up here, so if you want to sneakily heal during the fight, you can. There's 1 or 2 attacks he does that can get you there, but mostly you can't. But yeah, I feel good for actually fighting him, like, legitimately. Rather than having to resort to summons or something like that. I mean, I used a bit of DSS, but I didn't use what I... Summons feel a bit cheeky. Either way, though, it's the end of the episode. We defeated Hugh. Well, brought him back to his senses. We've got the last key. Next episode, we'll be doing a final few things we can gather that I think I've just forgotten around the place. Then, we will be going to stop Dracula from performing the rite and stealing Morris Baldwin's life force. Thank you very much, and good day.